In 1922, a 123-year-old boy was standing in front of the Cecil Hotel in Shimla. He wanted to work as a clerk here, but the hotel guard did not let him in because of his appearance. At that time, no one would have even dreamed that later this boy would not only become the owner of this hotel, but would also build one of the most luxurious hotel chains in the whole of India. This is the story of the Oberoi Hotels. In the year 1881, Mohan Singh Oberoi was born in the Punjab province of undivided India. He was only 6 months old when he lost his father in an epidemic, but even after this, Mohan's mother ensured that he got an education. At the age of 16, he went to Lahore to join Dav College for college education, and there, two special things happened in his life. First, he learned to communicate in English, and second, he got a part-time job in a shoe factory. Soon, he understood the design and production process deeply. From being a normal worker, he first became a supervisor and then moved to a full-time managerial position. Mohan, who had risen from poverty, was beginning to think that his life was now settled when there comes a twist in the story. In 1919, protests started all over India against the Royalty Act imposed by the British, due to which many businesses were negatively affected. After struggling for a few years, the shoe factory also closed in 1922, and Mohan became unemployed overnight. Coincidentally, during this time, Mohan got married to 𝐸𝐵𝐸, and they also had a newborn daughter. That is why Mohan was desperately looking for work, and then he decided to go to a city which was going to change his entire life, and that city was Shimla. Shimla is the capital of British India in summers, due to which high-ranking officials and tourists kept coming here, and that is why it was a perfect city to find a job. But unfortunately, Mohan got rejected in his very first job interview in Shimla. He was walking in disappointment when he found himself in front of a luxurious building. He had reached the most popular hotel of Shimla, the Cecil Hotel. He saw the high-profile guests and top-notch staff there, after which he decided that he will not leave Shimla until he gets a job in Cecil. He took a deep breath and confidently started going inside, but the Cecil guard did not let him in, seeing his appearance. Mohan was not going to give up so easily. He waited outside the hotel until the hotel manager came out. As soon as the manager came, Mohan confidently went to him and said, "I am looking for a job. Sir, do you have a vacancy?" At the Cecil, the manager was very impressed by Mohan's English, and the very next day he got a job as a clerk at the Cecil Hotel on a monthly salary of 50 rupees. Mohan's main responsibility at Cecil was to manage the supply and stock of coal. Soon, he got an idea that the hotel could save a lot of money by using coal dust balls. These balls are not only cheap, but due to their slow-burning characteristics, they can keep the boilers running throughout the night, and in the morning, water can be heated quickly by adding just a little normal coal. He implemented this idea, and the hotel benefited a lot. Apart from this, Mohan also knew typing and shorthand writing, so soon he got a job. He started assisting the manager in writing documentation and letters. Seeing all this, the manager promoted him as a guest clerk and also increased his salary. Usually only VIP guests used to come to Cecil Hotel, and Mohan used to deeply observe the behavior and preferences of the guests. Along with this, he also took many other responsibilities on himself, such as the responsibility of the cashier, due to which he got a chance to have personal interaction with the guests. Due to all this, by 1925, he had not only become an expert in dealing with VIP guests, but he also had a deep understanding of all the operations of the hotel. Meanwhile, the manager of Cecil decided to buy his own hotel. He bought the 50-room Carlton Hotel in Shimla itself. The manager's name was Clark's, so he changed the name of the hotel to Clark's Hotel. He knew that Mohan had an exceptional understanding of the hotel industry. That is why he offered Mohan to join Clark's Hotel. But not as a clerk, but as a partner. Mohan was now going to get a small share of the profits of Clark's hotel. As soon as he became a partner, the entire responsibility of the hotel came to Mohan, and as soon as this happened, he completely transformed Clark's hotel. He immediately renovated the hotel, especially upgraded the bar, due to which young government employees started coming there. He personally connected with the British officers, invited them to his new hotel, and offered personalized services. And finally, his wife, 𝐸𝐵𝐸, ensured that she would personally go to the market to procure all the supplies for the hotel so that there was no compromise in quality, quantity, and price. Due to all this, the occupancy of Clark Hotel doubled to 80% in a few months. Mohan took a loan from a moneylender in his village on interest. The risk was huge, but he was confident that he would repay the loan by earning profit. At the age of 34, Mohan Singh had become the owner of Oberoi Clark's hotel, but he also had a huge debt on him. That is why Mohan and 𝐸𝐸𝐸 worked harder than before and reinvested all the earnings in the hotel while being personally very frugal. Ultimately, within 2 years, they successfully ran Clark's hotel and repaid the entire loan. One of the main reasons for Mohan's success was his communication skills. He had acquired a strong command over the English language, due to which he was not only able to impress the manager of Cecil, but was also able to deal successfully with the high-profile guests of his hotels. But now, Mohan did not want to be limited to only a 150-room hotel in his life. He now wanted to build a complete empire of hotel business. During this time, he came to know that there was a hotel available on lease in Calcutta, and this was the hotel. The Grand Hotel, with 500 rooms, was one of the biggest and most prestigious hotels, not only in Calcutta, but in the whole of India. This hotel was one of the first buildings in Calcutta to have a hydraulic lift, and over the years, it hosted the royal family, celebrities, signatories. But recently, there was a typhoid outbreak due to contaminated water in which 6 people died. After this incident, the reputation of the hotel was ruined. That is why, ultimately in 1937, the hotel was closed and its owners wanted to lease it out. Mohan now had 2 options. Either continue running his small hotel in Shimla without any risk, or try his luck by leasing a hotel 10 times bigger than Clark's hotel. Mohan chose the second option and leased the Grand Hotel at the rate of 8,000 rupees per month. But when he saw the condition of the hotel properly, he started doubting his decision. There was a thick layer of dust on every wall inside the building. The paint had peeled off, and the interiors were badly damaged. To revive the hotel, it needed a magical transformation, so Mohan took another loan, and without wasting any time, got a massive cleanup operation done in which every corner of the hotel was deeply cleaned. Interiors like tapers, strings, gilt mirrors, marble pillars and chandeliers were restored. Finally, he personally reached out to the old hotel staff, like chefs, housekeeping staff and porters, and got them to join the hotel again. Because these people knew the hotel best, but one thing still remained to be restored, and that was the hotel's reputation, which had been damaged due to the typhoid outbreak. Mohan decided to eradicate this problem from its roots. He removed every pipe and overhead tank in the hotel and installed a new modern plumbing system. Also, he established a new practice in which he himself used to inspect the hygiene of his entire staff, like nails, hair, and uniforms, the first thing in the morning. Eventually, word spread that not only was Grand Hotel offering more premium film services than before, but it was now 100% safe. And so, over the next 2 years, the occupancy of Grand Hotel began to rise again. But just as the situation started getting better, another setback came. With the start of World War II, Calcutta had become a base for thousands of soldiers of the British Army, and the British needed a lot of space for the accommodation of these soldiers. That is why the British passed orders to take over the Grand Hotel, along with many other buildings during the war. If this hotel had gone out of Mohan's hands after so much hard work and investment, he could have gone bankrupt due to non-payment of loans. That is why he mustered up courage and explained to the British general that if the army itself manages the accommodation and food of the soldiers, then the army will have to spend 12 rupees per soldier every day. But Mohan can manage everything at the price of only 10 rupees per soldier, which can save a lot of money for the army. Luckily, the general agreed to the deal. But now, Mohan had to run the hotel profitably by charging a very low price. Mohan used his brain and safely removed and stored all the luxurious interiors of the entire hotel and replaced them with sturdy and cheap interiors. Even king-size beds were replaced with camp cots. Along with this, all luxury services were removed and replaced with basic services. Beds were placed wherever possible to maximize occupancy. Even corridors and courtyards were converted into dormitories. Ultimately, 4,000 soldiers started staying in the Grand Hotel, which had a capacity of 1,400 people. That means a revenue of 40,000 rupees every day. Due to all these strategies, Mohan had earned crores of rupees by the end of 1945, and now the Grand Hotel was back open for normal customers as well. After the grand success of Grand Hotel, Mohan had a bigger goal than before. He wanted to start his own hotel chain in India, and that is why he decided to acquire Associate Hotels of India, 𝐼. AHI used to run 8 most luxurious hotels in the whole of India, which also included the Cecil Hotel of Shimla. With time, the management of AHI had deteriorated and many of his hotels were in loss. Mohan strategically started buying shares of AHI from time to time with his entire profit, and eventually, he acquired a controlling stake. Mohan had now become the owner of 8 of the most luxurious hotels in India, including the Cecil Hotel, the same Cecil Hotel where he was denied entry. Mohan now had only one game in his mind: to make his 10 hotels better than international-level luxury hotels, and to achieve this, he had an amazing master plan. In 1952, he planned a world tour in which his main goal was to visit the world's topmost hotels and study them deeply. In this tour, he visited hotels like London's Dorchester Hotel, George V Hotel, and Puerto Rico's Hilton Hotel. He stayed in top hotels. While staying in every hotel, he always carried a notebook and pen and took detailed notes on the layout and operations of the hotel. After studying 25 hotels in 3 months, he had collected 100 pages of notes. On returning to India, he made massive improvements in every aspect of his hotels, like kitchen, layout room, design, public area, design, menu, design, and room service, on the basis of his learning, and achieved international level standards. In 1955, Mohan saw that there are many historical places in India where kings and maharajas used to live at one time, but today, no one is living there. He saw a huge opportunity here. That is why he decided to negotiate with the royal family and take these palaces on lease. First of all, he converted the Gulab Bhawan Palace of Maharaja Hari of Kashmir into a hotel, and in this way, India got its first real palace hotel. By 1970, seeing its continued success, the Oberoi Group began to feel that it had become the undisputed king of the Indian luxury hotel industry. But then the story begins with a group that emerged as the biggest challenge for the Oberoi Group, and this group was the Taj Hotel Group. Till 1971, Taj had only one hotel, the Taj Palace Hotel in Mumbai. But then, for the first time, they opened their first hotel outside Mumbai. They converted the Lake Palace in Udaipur into a hotel. Then, in 1972, started the Rambagh Palace in Jaipur. In 1976, they entered Delhi by purchasing the Fonseca Hotel. Similarly, by 1980, the Taj Group had opened its hotels in almost every prominent city in India. Oberoi knew that if he really wanted to compete with the Taj Group, he would have to open his hotel in the city where the Taj had its flagship hotel, i.e., India's financial capital, Mumbai 19. In the 70s, Mohan decided that he would build a hotel from scratch at Nariman Point in Mumbai. This hotel was going to have 500 rooms, and with 34 floors, it was going to be one of the tallest buildings in Mumbai at that time. The total budget of the project was 700 million rupees, but the cost of the hotel reached 20 billion rupees. The Oberoi Group had taken a loan for this project, but there came a time when the interest payments reached 1,20,000 rupees every day. Due to such a huge financial pressure, the finances of the entire Oberoi Group started getting affected, and it seemed that the construction would have to be stopped. But then, at the age of 72, Mohan himself camped in Mumbai for 6 months and ensured that the hotel was completed on time. The hotel became operational in 1973, and things started becoming normal for the Oberoi Group. But then Oberoi got another shock. In 1975, Indira Gandhi declared emergency in India, due to which the country faced an economic downturn, and there was a decrease in foreign and domestic travelers. The biggest impact of this was on the hotel industry. The debt of Oberoi Group increased to such an extent that they were even under pressure to sell their Mumbai hotel, but Mohan did not let this happen. During this time, he saw that civil war had started in Lebanon, due to which many high net worth individuals from Arab countries who earlier used to go to Lebanon for business or leisure started coming to Mumbai instead. Mohan recognized this opportunity and prepared a master plan. He taught Arabic to 200 staff members of his hotels by giving them a crash course so that they could communicate effectively with the Arab countries. Hotel documents like room service, directory, menu cards were printed in Arabic script. These strategies of modifying the entire food menu and adding Arab dishes made the Oberoi Hotel the first choice hotel for Arab guests. And in the next few years, Oberoi not only paid off his loan, but also generated huge profits from the hotel. With this success, the Oberoi Group established itself as India's most prominent luxury hotel chain. But Mohan Singh Oberoi successfully dealt with the biggest challenge of his life. He used to say that we should never accept something that is second best, and he built the Oberoi Group with this philosophy. Today, with its 32 luxury hotels, Oberoi is not only one of the finest hotel chains in India, but also in the world. And the most important thing is that behind building this business empire, worth thousands of crores, is the handiwork of a person who himself used to be a hotel clerk.